The girl who could hear animals think, Clara had always been different. While other children played games or watched cartoons, she preferred sitting quietly in the garden listening. Not with her ears, but with something deeper. The first time it happened, she was 6. A sparrow landed on the fence, tilting its head. Instead of hearing chirps, Clara heard words, soft, fragile thoughts like wind through grass. The sky is heavy today. I hope the rain doesn't drown my nest. Clara gasped, nearly falling off the swing. The bird fluttered away, but the words stayed in her mind. Over the years, she learned it wasn't just birds. Dogs, cats, even insects. Clara could hear them all. Some voices were loud and insistent, like the neighbor's terrier who constantly thought, ball? Food? Ball? Food. Others were quiet and solemn, like the old turtle in the pond who often mused, the world moves too fast. Why hurry? Clara kept her gift secret. When she told her parents, they laughed gently. What an imagination you have, her father said. So she stopped trying to explain. But the animals knew. One afternoon, as Clara walked home from school, a stray dog followed her. Its fur was patchy, eyes tired. She heard its thoughts as clear as a bell. Hungry. So hungry. Will anyone see me? Her heart ached. She shared her sandwich with the dog, who wagged its tail in gratitude. From then on, the dog waited for her every day. She named him Rusty, and though her parents refused to keep him, Rusty never strayed far from her side. As she grew older, the voices became more complex. The forest near her town buzzed with layers of thought. Deer whispered warnings to each other. Owls muttered wisdom in the dark. Even the trees carried faint murmurs, though slow and ancient, like dreams half forgotten. One summer evening, Clara wandered deeper into the woods than usual. She sat by a stream, listening. The frogs croaked rhythmically, but beneath the sound, she heard words. The water grows thin. The humans take too much. Clara frowned. What do you mean? She whispered. The frogs fell silent. Then a chorus of voices rose, the birds, the insects, even the fish in the stream. The forest is fading. The river is tired. Help us. Fear shivered through her. How can I help? But the voices only repeated, listen, listen. That night, Clara couldn't sleep. She dreamed of the forest wilting, leaves crumbling into dust, animals fleeing. When she woke, she knew it wasn't just a dream. It was a warning. The next day, she returned with notebooks. She began recording everything she heard. Migration patterns from the geese, water levels from the frogs, soil conditions from the earthworms. Slowly, she built a map of the forest's health, guided not by science textbooks, but by the whispers of its inhabitants. At first, no one believed her. Teachers dismissed her notes as fantasy. Her classmates teased her, calling her the animal whisperer. But Clara didn't stop. She wrote letters to environmental groups, attaching pages of careful observations. Months later, a team of conservationists arrived. They tested the soil, measured the water, and confirmed what Clara already knew. The forest was dying from pollution upstream. The cleanup took years, but Clara never wavered. She walked the woods daily, updating the animals. They're working on it, she told the turtles. The water will be clean again. And slowly the voices grew lighter. The frogs began singing joy instead of fear. The deer no longer whispered warnings, but gratitude. By the time Clara turned 18, the forest had begun to heal. She stood beneath the old oak at the edge of the stream, Rusty lying at her feet. The chorus of thoughts filled her mind, hopeful, warm, alive. Then, for the first time, she heard a voice unlike any other, deep and resonant like the earth itself. Thank you, child. Clara looked around, heart racing. Who are you? I am the forest, the voice said. I have always spoken, but only you listened. Tears welled in her eyes. She whispered back, I'll keep listening. Always. From that day, Clara's path was clear. She studied ecology, blending science with the knowledge she gathered from her strange, beautiful gift. People began to listen to her, truly listen. Articles were written, documentaries filmed. Yet Clara never cared for fame. What mattered was the voices. Even in cities, surrounded by concrete, she could hear pigeons muttering, another crumb, another step. She could hear stray cats dreaming of warmth. She could hear the wind brushing through lonely trees planted along sidewalks, whispering, still growing, still waiting. And every time Clara paused, smiled, and listened. Because sometimes, the world only needed someone willing to hear.